It's so wonderful to be here, and hi. I love kind of being here and just being able to see each and every one of you. So that was it was funny, you write these little blurbs and you don't know that they're going to be shared in real life, but I do want to just give you guys a little bit about myself and why I'm here and why I exist. And as she mentioned, I'm a personal stylist, and I'm really a holistic personal stylist. And what that is that I look at you, who is your future self, and let's bring your style into that. And I really do. I look at I look at this person, women. I work with women, and you know what? Actually, I just have to say, I have all the slides presented, or all these slides and all the talk that I want to talk about, but I just feel a different energy in here, and what I feel that people need to hear right now is that you get to show up however you need to show up. And so let's talk about that. I'm just going to be in that space a little bit and what that looks like. And because I think there's a lot of women in here that have had these crazy breakthroughs, and now you get to bring those breakthroughs from out here and put them onto your body and embody them and wear them, which is just an amazing, amazing, amazing thing to do. Okay, so let's get started. You guys kind of heard my background. What I really am here to do is to help women show up, period. And how to do that, I think I'm going to talk a little bit of the mechanics of it, of just the physical, okay, what do you do? How are you clearing your space to really kind of create that next level version of yourself? And what are those things that you're holding on to? I mean, it's so interesting that Patricia talked about space, and just style is so similar to space, too. And so we'll kind of talk a little bit about that, and then I will open it up for questions, too. Clicker. You know what, I don't even think I'm going to end up using them, but maybe I will. Okay, so how many of you guys had some really, really big breakthroughs in these last 3 days? Yeah, so everybody. So how, just think about, how do you think those things influence how you carry yourself, the clothes that you wear, maybe the things that are allowed to stay in your closet? Those things are all shifted, because once you shift, guess what? You don't have room for those things anymore that aren't a true reflection of yourself. They have to go. So my process with my clients and what I want to share to you is it starts with those breakthroughs that happen. Those, who am I? What am I giving to the world? What is my future self? We talked some of the breakthroughs was about future self, asking your future self. Give me, envisioning who you are in a year. Where are you in your business in a year? Are there financial goals that you're hitting that you're wanting to hit? Are you manifesting a new relationship? What are those things that you're calling in? And get a really, really clear vision of those things. And with clients, it's always a vision board. That's that next level vision board of your style. It's not style like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. But think, when you're creating that style board or that vision board or that picture, what is that? What does your future self want to wear? What is your future? Who is that future self? How are you showing up in the world? And then from that point, then you start to bring in those clothes that are a real reflection. So sometimes it's crazy what happens. I think I had a client one time who, we kind of started doing some of this work. I'm like, okay, who are you? And she was literally wearing black all the time. And I was like, you don't seem very black. She had this very masculine energy. She was like, I am this, this is who I am. And I was actually, she hired me to do just to style her for a speaking engagement, and I was like, okay, cool. You're like a very, but it was a very masculine energy, which I didn't read that from her, but I'm like, here we go. And so we start doing the work, and I have her do, kind of do a little, I call it a self-expressed style board, because it's really about, your self-expression. And I had her do the style board, and all these pink things were showing up on here, and all these like tutus, legit, she had this pink frilly tutu skirt. And I was like, wait a minute, there's like a massive disconnect here, and sometimes it's easier to see, you might not, it's easy for me to see, or it's sometimes if you're looking for it, it's easy to see, but I thought, oh my gosh, okay, so how you're showing up in the world is this, black yoga pants and black all day long. And yet what your heart is telling you that you really want to wear is all these like pink frilly things. So there's some kind of disconnect there. And so we started to build her wardrobe a little bit. It is actually just for that particular event. But when you work with somebody, you end up getting to know them, getting to know their style. And so I pulled some dresses, and we just talked through. I just, and the same questions that apply to you too is, okay, who am I, and how do I want to show up? How are these breakthroughs that are happening? How are these changing me so that things I have allowed in my life can't be there anymore? I have allowed just all black, yoga pants forever. Why there's something that I have been allowing that, when really what I want is to be wearing pink and this ultra feminine. So anyways, we worked together, and 6 months later, I hadn't seen her, and I ran into her, and she was wearing high heels, pink nails. She had her nails done, which I had never seen, a white blouse, and these like boyfriend jeans. She looked like a different person, like a completely different person. And I was like, oh my gosh, tell me, like, what happened? This is just like crazy. She's like, well, let me tell you. And it was just by literally identifying that she had been blocking her femininity. She was like, that was other work that she had done, but it was like she couldn't allow who she was to be in the world, and she was kind of hiding in this these outfits. So I always say, so that's kind of a way that we we get to show the world who we are through our clothes. That's something that we get to do, so with all these breakthroughs, I'm going to give you guys a little challenge. I think go home, make your self-expressed style board, and that is make a Pinterest board, make a vision board of who is it. I just worked with a client, and the title of her self-expressed style board was multi-million-dollar style, and we're talking about manifesting and getting in that vibe of your next level. And it's not just money, this is relationship too. This is, depth of relationship. This is love, all of those things. It's like, it is. And your external is one of those physical markers of the transformation that's happened. So your homework, style board. And what you're going to notice is you're going to create this, style board. This is your next level style board. And then start cleaning out your closet. And anything that isn't a reflection, that doesn't add up or doesn't line up onto your style board, it's got to go. It doesn't have place in your life anymore, because who you are becoming is a different person than all that stuff that's cluttering up your closet. I work with women, and probably 20% of their closets they actually wear, 80% just sits there. How many of you guys can attest to that? Yeah, absolutely. That is, and so do you know how much easier it is to get dressed in the morning when that 80% is gone? And you only have things that you are wildly obsessed with? It's like a different world, you're really, and if you think that sometimes I have clients that are like, oh my gosh, but if we get rid of that, what am I gonna wear? I'm like, well, what do you wear already? That's what you're gonna end up wearing. Okay, so back to style board, you're gonna do that, you're gonna get rid of all the things that just don't fit with who you are anymore. There's probably gonna be things even after this weekend that you go home and you're like, no. I'm done with that. The other thing is sometimes, weight fluctuates, and that's women, and there's a lot of I feel like sometimes I get in the closets with with my clients and women, and there's so much shame of oh my gosh, I'm a size bigger, a size smaller. Nope, all love. give yourself permission to keep a pair of jeans or 2 pairs of jeans or whatever you need to allow for those weight fluctuations. The other thing that's really, really important when you're in your closet clean out phase is to absolutely, if something isn't comfortable, it's got to go. Like, you're comfortable. Like, think about if you're showing up in the world and you're like can hardly like button your jeans, or there's like, you know, everybody has those like sweaters that just has like a weird annoying tag that you just are like, this is kind of annoying, but I'm like gonna try to be present, but I actually like am only thinking about the fact that there's like something digging into my skin. That's got to go too. You are being like ruthless here, because the only things that are allowed in your life right now are things that make you feel like the next level version of yourself. So, and write those words down. What is that next level version of yourself? You know, so for me, she's empowered. You know, we always have these words, and I think they're really, really important. So for me, she's empowered. This is my next level version. Empowered, minimalist. I think I just am like done with the clutter. I'm just done with it, you know, and I think, and for me also it's fun. I love fun. I want things to be fun. I want to wear bright colors. I want to show up exactly how I am in the world. Okay, so you've got your closet cleaned out, and it's aligned with who you are. You know, so you have your style board, you've cleaned out your closet, you're like feeling pretty good, and now you're like, okay, maybe it's time to start layering some of those things in that actually have room in my life and actually get to stay in my life. Or maybe it's some of those new things too. And so now's the shopping portion. And how many of you guys, some people love shopping, some people hate shopping. Who loves shopping here? Oh my gosh, this is wild. This is crazy. I never have this happen. Okay, how many of you guys do not love shopping? Okay, see, it's like the same. You're like 50-50. Okay, so for those of you guys how many of you guys maybe I won't call this out, but sometimes what happens is that, I know, right? Is that I work with people and they're like, oh my gosh, I have this like wonderful, all my closets like cleared out, and I have this like awesome like next level vision board, style board of who I am, but Elissa, I can't afford anything. I'm like, oh, really? Nothing? Okay. And it's so interesting because for the shoppers of you guys, sometimes, I'm not saying that this is everybody, but sometimes the shoppers end up having, not investing in quality and just buying kind of whatever's on sale. And did you have a question?
I constantly am complaining about that. That's why I hate shopping.
Yeah.
You can't even, I have trouble knowing where to even go for quality. You can spend more, but you're not getting higher quality necessarily.
Yeah, I totally disagree with that.
I just need help finding, being able to discern quality from
Yeah, totally. Totally. Yeah. You can ask it again. But this is so fun. You guys are literally so fun. I'm like, had this like professional, like here we are. And
I don't know where to even begin looking. That's why as a non-shopper, I'm really intimidated by that.
Yeah, totally. And it doesn't help that like fashion has all this like kind of cool girls, like exclusive, like thing around it. Like sometimes they go into stores and I'm like, I'm a stylist and you're still treating me horribly. So no, that's not okay. Yeah. Okay, so quality so there's a few. So I am an ethical stylist. I really try to whatever. Yeah. So as much as possible, I try to find brands and support brands that are ethically produced and their fabrics are ethically sourced. So this is kind of a little bit of a tangent, but a lot of times things will be ethically produced, but then the actual fabric and the cotton and everything that goes into the garment isn't actually that great for the environment or for other people. But anyways, so I have a whole entire list of ethical brands that I will on my website, and I can send it to you afterwards. I think it was part of a course, so I'll have to send you the link. But I would absolutely do that. And I'll do that for everybody too. Yeah. Yeah.
Could I humbly ask that you update it before you send it?
And with you? Yes. Absolutely. And if you know of any other ethical brands too, I'm always, I'm one person, so I'm always updating it and kind of, and it's kind of organized by like what things are. But so that's a great place to start. Yeah, that's a great place to start. The other place is there's like, if you want to spend, so I always say that you do have to spend. I think Eileen Fisher's a great example. Basically, I don't even know, it was probably 10 years ago, she said, we're ethical, period. And the prices might rise. I might have to, there are going to be impacts of this. However, this is who we are, and she made a stand line in the sand. And yeah, the quality is there. I 100% stand behind it. There is a financial, monetary price for that. But if you think how many times have I gone to, Old Navy or wherever, and bought the same thing, and 2 weeks later it's like disintegrated, So quality over quantity all the time, every day. Okay, so where was I? I totally forgot. But basically, you're gonna shop. So you're gonna shop, and I did mention a few of these things, but one, quality over quantity. So even if so this is it for my shoppers. You probably are buying things on sale and buying things a lot because it's like kind of fun, and you're like, but whatever you're bringing, that's my challenge for the shoppers is to buy and start to invest. Think of everything that you're purchasing as an investment. It's not just like it's not just a one done, thank you, ma'am. It is like you are investing in this piece. Is this something that is allowed into my wardrobe? Is this something allowed into my space? I think that's it. Is it allowed? You have to look at these pieces. Is this allowed? Is this something that's a true reflection of who I am? Is this something that communicates to the world who I am? Is this something that I'm completely obsessed with? Or is it just kind of okay? Because we're not about okay. We're about amazing. And that's the standard that we're operating at. Okay, so those are for all my shoppers. For all my non-shoppers, who are like, I don't even know where to begin. This is overwhelming. I hate it. It's not fun. Right? Is there some of those people here? So I always say, get a style muse, somebody who you actually really look up to. You like their style. You like what they're wearing in the world. You like, there's one of my clients had Jennifer Aniston as her style muse. I was like, I always thought she's like hair, but like, sure. She can be your style muse because she's like very casual, and she like, and you kind of gravitate towards people. And so if you're like, I don't even know how to create an outfit, what is happening, style muses are really good. And then you can start to build that wardrobe based off of, your style muses. So shopping, okay, so we did, we got the vision for who you are, we got the closet cleanse, we got the shopping, and now it's all about integrating all of those things together to really have a wardrobe that you're obsessed with. So something that's really good to do is actually invite a friend over. And this is where we're all friends and we have like fun, you always have that like fashionable sister or cousin or something that you can bring over and start to make outfits. And if you need to, take pictures of the outfits. Sometimes it's literally just another person, to help with that process. Hello? Okay. And it makes it so much more fun. And then you're kind of like, you are able to be a little more creative. Okay, so that's the process. What I want to talk about too is just getting physically the act of getting dressed in the morning. And this is really something new that I've started talking about, because what I've realized is a lot of women, we want to feel good. We want to wake up, and sometimes, you wake up and you're like, okay, body. Like I always put my hand on my heart. I'm like, okay, body, what do I want to wear? What do I need? Do I want to hide, or why do I want to hide? But and kind of working through those feelings so that you are able to pick your outfits and show up in the world how you really are supposed to that day and how you feel like you are going to. I think you guys I have a sense that you all understand these things, of really that, and that's the feminine energy, it's that what do I want? What feels good on my body? What's going to feel good on my skin? What am I going to gravitate towards? How am I showing up today? And what is when think about it, when you actually get dressed in the morning and you love what you're wearing, how does that change your mood, and how does that change every single person around you? Like, it's crazy, literally we just had this conversation. You're like, oh my gosh, how did you get dressed this morning? You look amazing. And that's the same, that's the same thing. So that changed everybody's environment. It changed you, I'm sure. You felt really good. And so it's just that's important, I think that's what I want to say is most of all, it's important. And it's for me, I personally had to go through a journey of allowing myself to wear clothes that I loved, spend a little bit of extra money to buy things that I'm completely obsessed with, not just because they're on sale, but because I love them and I'm going to wear them. And I think you'll be really surprised with once you start to that next level, up-leveling your wardrobe and up-leveling what you give yourself permission to buy, how that abundance really does flow in. It's really, I have seen it time and time and time again. So, yeah, did you have a question?
I have a comment.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate do I need to microphone? I got the DJ. I never need a microphone. All right, I have a question.
Yeah, I got an answer, maybe, or maybe not.
I think, okay, so I really, really liked what you were talking about in terms of, buying sustainably and all of these things. My question is, if you really don't want to be getting rid of clothes, you actually want to be finding a way for them not to make them
Recycle, yeah.
Yeah, somehow to recycle or something like that. What are some of the ways that you can do that?
Yeah, that's such a good question. So I always do say have a clothing swap party, which is really, really fun. So that's girlfriends, get some girlfriends, wine or whatever, and just literally have a big group of and swap clothes, which is really fun because then it's like, oh my gosh, this is something new for me, and then you're getting something too, and it's just community and connection, which is like the best. The other thing is I love selling clothes because you can buy secondhand. So there's tons. There's like ThredUp, Poshmark. Those are U.S. I'm not sure what is available internationally too, but that's a good way too to sell your clothes. So you're actually making money towards your kind of up-leveled wardrobe. You're able to make that investment or roll that investment over. The third thing is if you give them away, you actually can give them away. And I know in the U.S., actually, there's a little tax write-off for donations. I think every year it goes up a little bit, but I think you can have up to a $550 tax write-off for 2017. So that's a good thing. So actually donating helps you. I know we're entrepreneurs. We're always looking for write-offs. And then, so give away, sell, and swap. Those are my three things that I do. There's always sometimes just be on the lookout too, because I know that I've worked with an artist before that was recycling old T-shirts, and she just needed all these T-shirts. So there's some cool ways to do that too.
Can I just say that I have a boot mortgage?
A what?
A boot mortgage.
A boot mortgage.
When I buy a new pair of boots, I make sure they're good quality, and I mortgage them over 6 years.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So
cost per wear.
I had a conversation with my husband about the boots. Over $650, and then I indicate that I will not be buying boots for the next 6 years, and then you mortgage the boots. So
I know, so it's like $100 a year, and then I always do like cost per wear, like how many times is this actually, because a $650 pair of boots, that's an investment. But again, that's an investment. You're buying one pair of boots over 5 years, and less waste, and then they're probably way more comfortable too. Yeah.
I love everything you said. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
One of the things that I love too that I learned from a colleague was when I go buy anything, clothes in particular, is to tune into the energy of how I want it to make me feel. And then as an entrepreneur, let's say I'm going to a speaking engagement or I'm going somewhere, I ask the consciousness of the item, if I buy you, will you make me money?
Oh.
So just tune into that. It is fascinating. When I bought my car, I said, if I buy you, will you make me money? And there were a couple that were no's, and my car was a definite yes. When I rented my house, if I rent you, will you make me money? And so it is, for me, it was a game changer.
That. Oh my gosh, I love
Shoes. And this doesn't matter. It's the energy of it. And if that's something that you want to play with, it could be really cool. And I did that today, actually, which I never really do. I said, okay, what is in my closet if I wear it today will make me money?
Oh my gosh, I love it.
And I was going to wear jeans today, but the answer was this. And so I just, okay, let's have fun with it. So maybe an experiment for people moving forward.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I think this dress has made me thousands, actually. I'm not kidding. So I bought it. I'm going to tell you a story about this dress, actually. So I bought it 2 weeks ago, and it was kind of a split. It was like a little bit of an investment, you know, and I was like, you know what? I need it. I know I love that dress. It's like, it fits my body. I love it. Like, I just need it. So I bought it and wore it to one event where I met some crazy, I'm like, couldn't even believe it. I met wonderful, wonderful human beings. I didn't realize it, but I had like somebody who had been eaten by a shark, literally on my left. On my right, I had a Korean billionaire. And I was like, hi, I'm Elissa, you know, but it just completely, you know, here I am. And so that was literally, that was 2 weeks ago on Thursday. And then the last week, I literally sat next to and had conversations and just ended up talking with the CEO of Abercrombie & Fitch, who's a female, who's like amazing. I didn't even know that. I just was like, you know, talking. And so and now here I am. So I feel like totally, I'm right there. Like how many thousands of dollars has this dress, you know, made me? Probably a lot. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm so sorry.
So thanks so much. This is amazing. I have a comment and a question.
Yeah.
My comment is, Style has been on my up-level board for a while, and I tapped into a Rent the Runway subscription.
Oh yeah.
And it has made all the difference because I am investing in pieces, but when I want to switch up my daily wear, I go wear these $100 beautiful pieces, and it makes me feel like a millionaire. So that's my comment. My question goes back to the weight thing. So before you even mentioned, I was like, I have to ask her this.
Yeah.
So I have a pair of jeans in my closet from 3 years ago that I thought I was going to fit into at a different size.
Get rid of them.
Okay.
Get rid of them. Nope. You don't need them. You don't need them. And the other thing is, like, sometimes you see, it's kind of this, like, poverty mentality comes too. It's like, I won't be able to afford another pair of $100 jeans. Guess what? Nope, you will be able to. I always say, but sometimes, so for me, I have, I fluctuate weight a lot. There's whatever. It doesn't matter why. And so I have jeans in 2 different sizes. And that's like what it is, and I feel really, really good about it, you know. But I think if it's like, I used to fit these jeans in high school, I'm like, no, what are you doing? You're like torturing yourself, like trying to get back into those instead of just being like, this is who I am, and I'm so fucking happy that this is who I am, you know? Okay.
Hi, thank you for being here. This is so helpful. My question is about the shopping experience and the patience. I am not a very patient person, and I went shopping before this event, and I went to a couple stores, and I was like, oh, I can't find anything, and I was so mad, and I just wanted to give up. So how would I?
Okay, so this is a little Stylist tip.
Yeah.
If you, like any of the like kind of bigger retailers, like Nordstrom does this, Bloomingdale's, Anthropologie, J. Crew will even do this, which aren't ethical, but you know, you can find ethical brands at Nordstrom. You can literally call ahead and say, this is what I'm looking for. I need a dressing room. These are my sizes. This is what I like. And they will give you a dressing room, an entire dressing room full of things that are completely your size. And so that's what I would do. Sometimes, so some clients that aren't quite ready to hire a stylist or really just, that's just do that. It's amazing. And it's all in their best interest too, because they know that you are actually looking for something and you don't have time to like go sort through like, give me every red blouse you have. Like, no, like call ahead, say, this is what I'm looking for. This is, you know, I'll be here at 5 p.m. And they will, it's awesome. Sometimes they'll even give you champagne. Like, it's like awesome. No, literally just call. Yeah, just call. You can call either Anthropologie. So I know these are the stores I know do it. If you're, and it kind of depending on your price point too, if you were close enough, yeah, it just depends on your price point. But I know Anthropologie does it. I know J. Crew does that. I know Bloomingdale's, Nordstrom, Saks, basically any of those kind of like mid-tier big box stores will do it. Which, like I said, it's not ethical, but sometimes you need. Sometimes it's helpful because they'll pull things that maybe you wouldn't pull or you wouldn't pick yourself. And then you can try things on, kind of get an idea of what fits you like, what shapes you like, and then you can kind of go shopping for an ethical brand or something else based on some of those things that they pulled. Yeah.
We're time, so just don't go anywhere yet. Though. I just want to ask you one question while we do a little transfer. What about online shopping?
Yeah.
What's your recommendation for online shopping? Because I know I don't go shopping in the stores because I got kids, so I do it online. So what's your recommendations there?
I mean, all of the brands that I'm going to give you guys are all online. So the ethical brands are all online. So I'm all about online shopping. I think just make sure, I like to get it in a few different sizes so that I can try it on and it's like one thing. Yeah, but that's it. I did want to give you guys though, hopefully this works. If you text, there's a number. Wait, this is not working. Breathe. Here you are. You're going to get all my things. There's a phone number. Oh, there it goes. There it is. So if you text, can you see that number? So you text your email address to that number, you'll get the up-leveled style questionnaire, and then I will also email all of you guys the my list of ethical brands that's always being added, and I'll add it too. That's like a working, updated document. So just text that number with your email address, and I'll send that questionnaire to you, and as well as the ethical brands. Thank you guys so much. You have been so much fun. I love it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'll put this here.